What's up guys, we're going to teach you how to install your tire carrier ladder on your Sprinter van. You do need the 180-degree hinges, that's the ones with the two little holes. If you don't have those, we have some on the website. Let's run through all the parts that come with your kit as well as the tools that you'll need, and then a little bit of the prep work, and we'll walk through it. So the inside of your door may have a half shell or the plastic piece that comes with it. If it does, you're gonna have to take that off. This one doesn't have it. It just has the center cards on the door. But you need to get access to the sheet metal right here. Obviously, you can tell we've already installed this on this van before back during testing, so this hole will not be here, but we'll get how to drill that in a second. So grab your template and Sharpie, line it up on the door. The best reference point that I like to use is this circle side here. Make sure that's the one that really fits, and then this vertical edge is on the edge of the door. There's kind of a radius there, so it's a little bit hard to see, but this circle one really helps. So to drill your holes through, once you got it marked out, you'll take a 3/16 drill bit. You'll drill through the first layer. This is just a pilot hole to kind of help make sure that the bigger drill bit doesn't want to walk on you, and you get a really good center first hole. Then you'll take a 3/8 drill bit and you'll drill that through the outside layer. There is a second layer of sheet metal in there as well, and then depending on if you have windows or not on the inside, which we'll get to, you'll drill through that third layer on the inside to kind of give you a reference hole. Then after that, you'll take the step bit, and on the outside you will drill to a 5/8 hole. It's best to Sharpie on there so that when it's spinning you can kind of see that line. So if your van comes with windows or you have the full plastic pieces, you'll be able to access from the inside right here to this hole, so you don't need to drill it. But if you have a cargo van or a van that doesn't have windows and doesn't have the lower half shells, you are going to have to drill this hole. What you do is when you're drilling from the outside all the way through with that 3/8 bit, you need to drill all the way through your door so that you pop out on the inside here. And then you're going to take your step bit and you're going to ream that hole bigger to a 7/8 hole. There's also a provided plug that once we get done tightening everything down, we'll put a plug back over the top of this. So while your tire carrier ladder is still on the ground is the easiest time to get the actual wheel mount on there. This one has already got the studs installed, but there's a number 5 Allen key to get these guys in. Definitely Loctite those into place. Get the studs on. Then this will go on top of the two brackets. You do kind of have to push up on the carriage bolts to get them to engage in that bracket back there. You want to tighten these ones down really tight. Obviously they're pretty critical to nothing coming loose and rattling around. So you have an optional locking bar. This goes into the center of the post, bolts through the side so that you can run lock through the outside of this. Okay, so now we are really close to getting the carrier itself put up on the van. It's always best to do a little bit of hardware prep so that you, when holding something heavy, have everything you need. There's 2 brackets. A bigger one and one that looks like a figure 8 kind of shape. The figure 8 one goes up top. There's a notch that goes in the middle. It's pretty obvious how this one goes up there. The bigger one goes on the bottom, and the corner that is cut out goes down towards the van like this. Next, you'll take a button head through a washer, and then through the bracket, through the door hinge, through the tire carrier, a washer, and a nylock. So the head of the Allen key bolt here goes through from the inside out. So once you got all your hardware set out and your tools ready, and you have a buddy on the inside to help, we're gonna pick it up, put it on. We'll just get the 4 hinge bolts in finger tight so that it's stable. It can hang on just those as long as you're being careful. So once you get the hinge bolts finger tight, we're gonna go ahead and assemble the third mount. You have the 3/8 button head that's going to go through the bushing collar. This is an aluminum piece. There is a little pocket cut out in there for the screw head that sits in tight. Then you'll go through the small bushing. What we're going to do then is go through the tire carrier itself, that machined third point. Then we'll have the big bushing that comes through, the aluminum bushing collar on the backside, and then the sealing washer that goes through. So this is what the stack will look like, obviously with the tire carrier in the middle there. This part is kind of tricky. We've got to get this washer onto the bolt that is in there. I take a flathead screwdriver and touch the tip of it and get it to slide down, kind of transfer it back to your finger and push it on. Next, you're going to take a 9/16 socket on the nylock. If you have a deep well, just shove a little bit of plastic or some paper or something down in there to keep that nut from sinking all the way down into the socket so you can get it started. Once you get that started and get it on there, you're ready to tighten this third mount down. You're going to want to compress the bushing, this stack here, but not so much that it feels like it's really bulging. You want it snug, but not too tight. So now we are ready to tighten everything down. If your buddy is still around, it's a lot easier, but you can definitely reach through and get to him. Once your carrier is on, you can get your foot pegs installed. Definitely want to put a little bit of Loctite on these, get them threaded in, and then there is a provided wrench to help suck them down. Once you get those installed and you came back and tightened down the nylocks on this carrier, you're good to go. Just double check everything, make sure that it feels solid, and throw your tire on. That's it, you're ready to roll. If you got any questions, if anything wasn't clear or you got a unique situation, hit our customer service team up. We love to help, we love to just chat about vans. So let us know what questions you guys got, and if not, I hope you enjoy your next adventure.